All right, let's get started. This will be recorded as well, and all registrants and attendees will get a link to the recording after this as well. But I want to welcome everyone to our virtual North American Summit. As many of you know, several weeks ago we had our global summit in Barcelona. I know many of our friends, our partners, our customers weren't able to attend from North America, and I was fortunate enough to attend. It was an amazing couple of days with Scott Brinker headlining it from a keynote standpoint, and I really wanted to bring a lot of that content and energy back to North America. So I'm excited to moderate this webinar, and we will jump right into it with our CEO, Bertrand Maugain, to kick it off. But go ahead and send questions as it comes. We will wait till the end. I'll moderate the Q&A. We'll just kind of flow with the three speakers that we have today, but we have a lot to cover in a short period of time. So I want to turn it over to Bertrand and let him run. So Bertrand, take it away.
Thank you, Matt. I hope you hear me well. Looking forward and very happy to be here with you today with Baptiste from Quable and Kamil as well and Matt. So welcome to that webinar. As Matt said, we had a great summit a few months back in Barcelona. So you may recognize the Barcelona symbols here from a cultural perspective in the corners of that slide. I'm excited to have a little compact version of the keynote I held just after Scott Brinker in Barcelona 2 months ago, and taking you through the way we see the market, the way we look at the DXP market ahead. And more than only telling you what's coming, it matters a lot for me to explain to you why and how we see the future of our space moving forward. We started the summit really with Scott, explaining the complexity of the MarTech, the complexity, the amount of solutions available out there. I think it was more than 17,000 MarTech solutions and counting. And it can be very, very hard for marketers and CMOs to really grasp the types of solution that they are, need to utilize in their business. So we started by looking at, behind us to explain the way we see the market. I really would like to explain the way we have seen the evolution in the past 10 years. And I think the success we have had, I was explaining that we have a growth of 100% from, we doubled the size of the company from the 1st of Jan 24 to 1st of Jan 25, with a strong organic growth, as well as the 2 acquisitions that we will come back to today. And the trends that we have seen is that, the digital transformation has 2 main forces impacting our space, the digital experience space. On one side, it was those silos getting broken, this need for unification and unified solution from a marketing standpoint, from lead to sales. You may remember those times. And on the other side, it was completely the opposite, with a force which is more technical, that I call here technological agility. But think about AI first, think about, API first, think about headless microservices, the Mac Alliance type of new initiative starting in the market. Those are the 2 forces that operated on the DXP space. And we actually wrote a long time ago about the conversions that we were seeing in the DXP space. That's a blog post we wrote in 2021. But this has actually happened where you see from both sides, let's say the all-in-one DXPs, more the suite of our space, typically more monolithic in their way of being architectured. And on the other side, the SaaSification, the boom around SaaS that, happened. And those 2 worlds were converging into, the grail of our space, the composable DXP, where we saw on the left side acquisitions popping up. It was almost, quite interesting to see that headless systems became headful again by doing acquisitions on the left side, while on the right side, the giants of the industry made their stack more and more modular to reach this the middle of the screen here, the composable DXP. And And we were convinced that this was going to happen also because there is more balance in the business lock-ins at customers in the middle here, where on the right side of the picture you are very much dependent on your software vendor. On the left side of the picture you are very much dependent of your agencies. And we have seen with our clients actually that a good balance here would work well. And we were very pleased to be now in the center of that picture. And I think the whole summit in Barcelona was a way for us to explain how we see ourselves as a modern and composable DXP. And that's the whole idea of the next 10 minutes I will take you through. So what is actually this need for this modern composable DXP? What is actually the problems that we want to solve in the market if we think from the customer perspective? Well, today we hear two main things. On one side, you clearly hear clients, and I'm sure you can relate to that, the need for a specific problem that needs to be solved. We really would like one application that can help us to solve one concrete problem. This is something we hear a lot from marketers. On the other side, we hear more and more, and that's where the DXP market is growing, that marketers or marketing teams telling us that we cannot afford to log in 5, 10, 15 different systems to manage an end-to-end customer experience for boosting the engagement and the conversion and the digital business of our company. So it's very two different needs. And today the problem is that it's extremely hard to be good on both sides. You have on one side the SaaS application that are extremely good at solving the specific problem that the marketer may face, depending on the types of marketing issues they are facing. However, it's extremely hard for them to provide a unified solution or to work with a unified and comprehensive solution for the marketers. As I was saying, there is this issue that you need to handle multiple systems. There is even a terminology that has popped up in the market, the Mac fatigue, Mac, which is the trend around headless, where it's extremely hard to have this overview and this unified marketing solution for your business. So it shows some limits. On the other side, the opposite, great DXP players that can really give this feeling of comfort to marketer, from lead generation to web, mobile, sales, after sales, e-commerce, really bring a full solution for the business users, but that of course struggle to fulfill the component per component and the specific problem solving that we were talking about. So maybe you may feel what we want to do at Ibexa, and of course with Quantum behind us, which is the group that is owning Ibexa and all the companies of the group, is basically to be the best of both worlds, and having the possibility on one side to have key autonomous application to address the per component approach, and at the same time having a one integrated offering so that you can also address this problem. We will do that very simply. There will be separate product brands that can be leveraged in the left side, and there will be an integrated brand, of course, on that side will be Ibexa, that can be the unified integrated DXP offering that marketers are looking for. So that's, let's say, the overall positioning in the market, in a way, a hybrid positioning between the pure best of breed on one side, the suite on the other side, and this composable position here with separate autonomous applications on one side and the integrated offering. So that's from the positioning perspective. Now, what kind of components we want to have in our strategy moving forward, and how will that be working? Of course, whatever the components we have decided to put on our roadmap, premium integrations will be key. This is, of course, important that the autonomous component can be integrated with any application. So we'll take the example of Quable PIM, integrated with a lot of e-commerce systems out there, but of course we'll have a premium integration with Ibexa, and vice versa. And of course we want to bring commercial convenience, because in the pure best of breed world where you have to handle a lot of different contracts, a lot of different vendors, a lot of different tools. Well, with Ibexa and Quantum, we can bring one point of contact, one contract, one go-to person in terms of support and maintenance. So this commercial convenience is something important also in our strategy. Now let me tell you what kind of components we want to do. Of course, on the delivery model, just very quickly, one side is pure SaaS, and that's the way it will remain. And on the other side, a PaaS solution, platform as a service, which is a very flexible way, and I think the right way to build a modern DXP, integrating SaaS components into it. Maybe more a technical, let's say, a detail here. Now, when we went to that direction with Quantum and Ibexa growing, we wanted to make sure that the components that we bring into the family really strengthen our value proposition. You know, the risk of diluting your value proposition when you start to do acquisition is quite real, and we wanted to make sure that this is actually a strength in that process. So I need to start from telling you a bit of our mission and our vision in the market, how we see ourselves play a role in the market, and repeat our value proposition very clearly so that you understand why Quable and Raptor and Ibexa are unified now together. The mission of Ibexa, I go quickly through it, but you know, we are convinced that one of the biggest challenge of businesses tomorrow is differentiation. It's hard enough today to differentiate yourself in an overcrowded market with AI now that can really produce a huge amount of content, replicate marketing messages so fast. How to stand out in the market will be extremely critical in your go-to-market. And the most vulnerable customers that we are working with are the complex businesses, the ones that have high consideration products, the ones that have a high level of complexity in terms of go-to-market, in terms of product offerings, in terms of sales models. And you know, we believe they need to embrace their complexity. It's very tempting to get rid of that complexity, oversimplified marketing messaging, but it's the best way actually not to be able to serve the new customer expectations, which is the third point here, that expect more and more autonomous, deep self-service experiences and being able to navigate through those complex product offerings in a very let's say, autonomous way. So embracing complexity is key. And it's not only key yesterday, it's even more important tomorrow when you need to expose all this information, product information, marketing information to the agentic world, agents that will be able to access all the information you store in your business. So the reveal your true self message, embrace your complexity is extremely key in our way of looking at the market. And then what does that mean in terms of product? 3 pillars. It's actually quite simple. Maybe the first one and the most important one, what is Ibexa doing for the market? We are a go-to-market accelerator. Go-to-market accelerator in the sense that, you know, our platform, and we come from CMS long time ago, is much more than providing publishing marketing information across all your website and mobile applications you have. It's bringing with it all the product offerings that you are providing. So think about many customers operating in many countries that have complex product offerings. We are extremely fast to bring them to market. And to be even faster and to be even better in this go-to-market acceleration, we have a strong belief that a DXP should have not only a good experience layer to present products, but a strong team to accelerate that transformation. So that's where Quable will come in. As I said, differentiation is key, and not only we take customers to market, we will make sure that when they are on the market, they have a hyper personalization. And it's much more than just presenting a targeted content for a targeting audience. It's really, you know, taking personalization to the next level. And in order to do that, you know, a DXP without a CDP as its core is not a real DXP tomorrow. So it's extremely important for us to bring Raptor in here, a CDP in the family. Last but not least, which is often the forgotten mission of a DXP. We think often a lot about digital experience out there, what it does towards the customers. but it's forgotten the marketers, the ease of use, the way for them this efficiency should be done. And the cohesive marketing platform message here is extremely important for our strategy moving forward. I would like to start with that, just to zoom in a little bit on that. We have spent a lot of our R&D in the last few years to really boost the UI, the UX of the platform. And it's all about now unification as well, to make sure that the marketing experience, the marketer experience is excellent. We should not forget the daily operations that marketers are doing. Of course, AI is part of that value and part of that pillar. It's the key of our AI framework that we have released, so that you can plug AI at every areas of the application. And another one is collaboration. We also want to boost marketing efficiency through the marketer collaboration. And as you can see, real-time collaboration will be released now, actually at the end of the month. And Ibexa Connect that you see here as a screenshot is also playing a big role into this. So that's the first pillar. The second pillar, of course, as I was mentioning, is the go-to-market acceleration, and DXP was a strong team. We were so happy to announce having Quable joining Ibexa, and it was one of the main announcements of the summit. Why this direction, or what does that mean, and how it will materialize? Well, for Ibexa clients that are already using Ibexa, it's basically being able to go deep in a product information management. We have a product experience layers. We have some PIM capabilities today in Ibexa, but they are really much focused on the presentation and the ability to repurpose products with different marketing messages, which is extremely important, especially when you operate in multiple markets or territories. But now we'll be able to also help our clients to go deeper with the product information. And for Quable clients, on the other hand, it's incredible, because it's open the possibility to really enrich all that product information, and go with more portals, types of use cases, and really bring the marketing layer on top of the PIM. So it's a great complementarity. And of course, the PIM market, as you can see here, is growing heavily in the next years to come. So both for our customers and partners, it's a lot of opportunities that we bring here. And I will pass the words in a few minutes to Baptiste, who will tell you everything about Quable and why we believe there is a huge potential in North American market. The second announcement was the union between Ibexa and Raptor, which is the CDP, customer data platform, which is really taking personalization to the next level. It's much more than recommendation engines can do. It's really the centralization of the customer data. And in a way, we really want to take that to, very seriously for our customers. We believe that, getting control of the customer data, there is a lot of new compliance and regulations coming up around privacy and customer data management. And we want to make CDP a standard component of our offering. So actually, since 2025, since Q1 2025, right now, the CDP is a standard component of every DXP licenses that we provide to our customers. And I think it's a great way to help our clients to not only gather that customer data, but start activate it and start really have return on investment on their CDP platform. We want to take this again to the next level with segment awareness progressively across all the platform, not only on some segments, to be able to target content or products to different segments, but really imagine that any element, any content, any asset in the DXP could become segment aware, and it's really a powerful combination that we can bring. And here again, the CDP is one of the fastest growing market in the MarTech space, and for both our clients and our partners, I think this is a great opportunity. So that's what I had for today. Just summarizing, really using Ibexa today, our biggest strength is bringing our clients to market faster than anyone else, especially if there is a high level of complexity in their product offering, especially if they operate in multiple markets. we will be able then to help them personalize their business for different target groups or different sales channel. If you are, B2B, B2C, B2B2C, if you have resellers, distributors, we are able to also do that very well, and even better now with Quable. And last but not least, let's not forget the marketers, the people really creating those digital experiences on a daily basis. And we need a slick, easy to use interface across all those components so that they can really create a memorable end-to-end customer experiences for their business. So that's the way we are building this new champion out of Europe, but with high ambitions, internationally. And with that, I think I will pass the word to Baptiste.
Thank you, Bertrand, for giving the mic. Happy to be with you all today. So I'm Baptiste. I'm one of the co-founder and chief revenue officer at Quable. I'm gonna share my screen with you to introduce you to Quable. Can you just confirm that you can see the screen? Perfect. Just a little introduction on Quable. So we started Quable. We created Quable in 2013 with my with my partners in crime, François and Sylvain, who came from the industrial and the e-commerce background. They were part of massive e-commerce players and marketplace players at the beginning of their career. And so, yeah, right from the beginning, they saw an opportunity. We didn't invent the PIM concept. Obviously, there were solutions like Stibo, like Informatica, like Hybris that were already existing, but they were very heavy solutions, very expensive, very hard to deploy and to maintain in time, and were not very user-friendly for the end marketer. And so that's why the story really resonates with Ibexa. We are really focused on bringing a seamless, streamlined chain of value for the end marketers and the e-commerce teams. And so that's why we started by providing the first SaaS multi-tenant platform in the PIM landscape, with not only a PIM, but we wanted also to combine our product with a seamless usage with a DAM solution, a very consistent DAM solution. And so now we work with more than 300 brands worldwide. We have around 20,000 users on a daily basis across 85 countries. We are a self-finance, profitable company. We're a team of 50 people, and we rely on a network of 100 and plus certified partners. And yes, recently we decided to join forces with Ibexa. We were at the time at Quable as an entrepreneur. We wanted to make a step for our company. So there were two paths. Either we would have raised money, like traditional VC funding companies, but other PIM companies did that. And so we wanted to explore a more industrial project where we could take part of a larger scale, add more value proposition to our solution for end customers. And that's where we had the chance to meet Bertrand, 1 year ago, I think, something like that. I think it's our birthday when we met. And he told us about his project, the vision, and it really resonated at that time and resonates today with everything that is taking place right now. Really happy and to be the helper to get our clients get faster to their own market. So we take a lot of pride in getting very high reviews on g2.com. So please feel free to, I know in North America, G2 is very well represented, and there are lots of reviews coming from customers, coming from partners. So feel free to check in. And yes, we work with a wide array of customers and sectors. The capacity of our PIM is to be really flexible. We can manage highly complex data for any kind of sector. So we work in the fashion industry, in the cosmetics industry, we work in the industrial supply, in the furniture industry, even to the tourism and service and hospitality industries. In the US, we work with brands like Escada, we work with Volcom Prince, we work with Werner Electric in the industrial supply, we work with Club Monaco in the fashion retail, and we are the perfect solution for upper mid-market companies that really seek to go faster on their omnichannel commerce, that want to go global also, or they want to get productivity gains out of their omnichannel management. So for those who don't know the PIM, I'm gonna go real quick in those concepts. So our customers face daily obstacles in their organization. They need to push, they need to release their products everywhere, on their e-commerce, on their institutional websites. They need not only to manage the content, but they need to manage all the assets, so the photos, the videos, other kind of contents. But they also need to feed marketplaces. For the vast majority, they need also to feed their retailers, their distributors. They need also, when they are global, or at least they want to expand to other countries, they need to translate, to adapt the catalogs to each and every market, not only to the content, but on the regulatory matters, for instance, on legal matters. They will need to animate the sales team, the customer service, the partners, the resellers. How can I bring a single source of truth, a single story when it comes to product within the company? And also, and still a good part of our clients still generate catalogs and brochure for their end customers. But the pain point in a snapshot is they don't have any tools to do that. They use basically Excel spreadsheets and repositories on the network. So it gives a lack of data reliability and quality. It also gives lots of problems in terms of versioning. There's no traceability on those files. They don't know how to work properly. No one has a real business process. What's the remaining work I need to do before my product is 100% complete and I can publish it everywhere? So it's really tedious and very repetitive on a daily basis. So we come with a solution where we can centralize all the data coming from any kind of source. Can be ERPs, PLMs, any kind of spreadsheets, videos, assets, suppliers. We put everything in our solution. In our solution, here all the marketers, e-commerce team, purchasing teams, legal teams will collaborate together with a streamlined workflow where everyone knows when he has to do enrichment, validation, translation, publishing. Everything is automated. And then once the products are 100% complete, we will push them automatically everywhere, on their CMS, on their e-commerce, on marketplaces, mobile apps, customer care, point of sales, wherever product data needs to be. Quable is the good solution, the right solution to do so. And so our solution helps our customer finally to take control of their data with instant import-export, with full traceability. We automate all the process with a maintenance-free SaaS business model. It's also connected seamlessly with all the sales channels. So once there's a product that is updated within the PIM, it's already available on the sales channels. And then, as Bertrand previously said, yeah, we help them getting there faster. We increase time to market. We increase brand consistency across channels. We get higher engagement from the customers, and we reduce also the return rates. And we enhance the productivity thanks to our workflows. And cherry on top, we have a very intuitive platform. That's why we get out of the bed every morning, is to provide the most user-friendly platform for marketing teams and to ease the adoption and to simplify the collaboration on a daily basis. So we have a PIM, as I mentioned. This is a couple of screenshots of our platform. We have dashboards that are here to create business views and help each and every player within the company to know what kind of KPIs do they want to manage, how many products need to be released by next week, by the following week, how many photos are missing, how many people will need to be brought to a photo shooting session, for instance, how many translations are missing, wherever. We have a DAM where you can import any kind of format. There is no limitations in terms of format, in terms of size here. And we have this brand portal, this B2B portal, that's here also to reflect the catalog, the product catalog. It's one channel in itself. And this is the way we are working currently with Ibexa, is to extend the use of this brand portal and help our customers have their resellers and partners directly make orders from this B2B portal. We have an app store in which we develop our own connectors, in which we use also Ibexa Connect to connect with over 2,000 apps worldwide, over 200 apps in AI only. So happy if you are interested to know about the scenarios and the automated workflows, we can get to that. It's only one webinar couldn't suffice to do so. So yeah, and we have developed the most advanced connector for Shopify. So we are really proud of that. Today we have hundreds of shops connected everywhere. So we are compatible and working seamlessly with any kind of e-commerce platform. But we have focused a lot on developing this connector. And so yeah, that's very a unique connector in which we can manage multi-store, we can connect with Shopify markets, we can manage very complex data in Shopify. And this is the kind of connector that are built on our software development kit that can be also a good way for you as solution partners to create connections with the Northern American landscape and ecosystem. So in terms of return of investment, we are very proud to be a partner in the growth of our customers. For instance, Volcom, we helped them deploy 14 websites, e-commerce websites in less than 6 months when they replatformed to Shopify. We helped Sisley, which is a very known cosmetic player in Europe. We helped them manage and animate 5,000 resellers worldwide through our brand portal. We helped Naos, which is also in the cosmetic industry, to open 40 countries in less than 3 months. It was just before COVID, they paused the opening of new countries due to the lockdown. But right after, they say, well, we need to get there. We need to get there fast. And with the help of a structured repository, both on products and assets, they could reach this target to open and to retrieve the time they lost within the months before. And then we also help them in improving their operational performance. So for instance, DIM, we reduced the workload of 50%. So it's time saved for their people to focus on higher value added tasks rather than doing Excel all day long. We help also Lanvin to increase their time to market, both in Europe and in the US. So now when a product is coming in less than 2 hours, it's released on 4 websites everywhere in the world. And Club Med in the high luxury resort industry, we help them also create automated brochures. So this brochure change almost every day because we have infrastructure that change, activities that change. We have hours of opening that might change also, depending on the season or whatever. And so once data is modified within the PIM, for instance, this activity is no longer available for this short amount of time due to maintenance, for instance, in the swimming pool. Well, it's already available in 50 languages on a brochure that can be downloaded on the Club Med's website, and it's done automatically. So for you, what could be interesting, if you're interested in getting us to know us better, we have a one-of-a-kind methodology, which is called Quable. Nothing related to Apple, but it's like a flight plan. We help our customers and our partners to onboard our common customers in a single tool, which is this one, where all the workshops are listed and all the objectives, all the deliverables are available. And so, yeah, it's like a flight plan. We have a destination, we need to get there, and we need to do the checklist. So it's usually a 3 to 4 months time project with high value profile. So it's also a good way for you to to have experts on your teams that will spend time doing the data model, working on the workflows also for the customers, and with a very transparent tool for you and for the end customers. We have partners everywhere in the world. We recently, in the North America, we started to create partnership by the end of last year, and so we are proud to have our first partners and X-Engage, for instance, that are based out of Cleveland, and that's also very interesting because we see that the project that we lead with Bertrand really resonates because all the customers that we are getting in North America are already familiar with the DXP landscape, but they are facing real difficulties because the DXP like Optimizely or Sitecore are not best of breed in each and every brick of their stack. And so that's where we come with a higher value proposition for them because we have a best of breed PIM, we have a best of breed CMS, DXP, CDP, and other bricks from the Quantum Group. And yes, why Quable is the perfect fit for you as a partner and for your end customers? Well, it just makes your daily work simpler. We thrive to make the most user-friendly user interface, where we really consider we are a huge fan of HubSpot. So we really want us to be the HubSpot of the PIM, definitely. So it's easy to use, but also easy to manage for the teams when it's live. And it's also very highly customizable. We can manage very complex data. We can streamline the team's work to align with the customer's process. We are agile, we are fast, we are innovative. We are on the latest version of PHP Symfony. We are on the latest version of Elasticsearch, React.js for the technologies, and a huge amount of our revenue is dedicated to research and development. And we are also very proud because we are getting the highest notes in G2 in terms of support. We have a dedicated team that is here to not only support our customer, but to support our partners in the delivery of our product. Some example of our pricing plan. So we have 3 plans. I'm not gonna take much time here, but just it's a feature-based tier plan, and that's really suitable for any kind of companies that range between $25 million revenue up to $1 billion. We work with all size of companies, even though our main focus and our sweet spot is the mid-market and upper mid-market. That's it for me. I don't know if you have any question maybe for the end, but happy to share that with you and to explore further if you want.
Great, thank you, Baptiste. Yes, and we're now turning it over to Kamil Madejski, who is our VP of Product Experience, to really talk a little deeper into the future of the product. And if we have a little time, maybe we'll go into a quick little demo for you to see some things as well. So Kamil, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Very much indeed. We will talk a bit about the future, or actually how we shape it for the DXP and for the other products that you had an opportunity to see today. And before we even jump there, there's one important thing that we need to phrase and be vocal about, that the future of the DXP is a composable platform with premium built-in integrations. And this lies very heavily on this value prop that Bertrand was presenting a bit earlier. These 3 components that must be there in order for us to succeed. Starting from go-to-market accelerator, again, a DXP with PIM. Now you know Quable, you probably understand why you need PIM like that for your projects to shine. Hyper-personalization, CDP, must be at the core of the DXP. You will see the ambition level we have when it comes to this side of the product. And also, again, last but not least, the efficiency of editors, the efficiency and convenience of marketing teams on the daily work, when they sometimes currently maybe struggle a bit more in this scope where they have many products, many solutions, and they just try to make the best every day. But we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't talk about the future if it wouldn't be you. And I took that from our colleagues from product team. The countless amount of direct messages, more than 5 partner events last year, more than 100 direct individual interviews with you guys, 3 advisory boards, 5 partner Fridays, 5 product Fridays. These all leading to more than 200 of insights reported and processed in our backlog, so to say. So I just want to say a big thank you. We are doing this thanks to you, and we are getting these ideas from you as well. We try to listen as much as possible. We try to get as much out of this and put that into things in our products. Now, let me take you through some cool looking slides with the roadmap. As I said, we have fantastic products. We used to have just a fantastic DXP. Now we have a fantastic DXP, fantastic theme, amazing CDP on top of that. So as you can imagine, things are getting a bit complicated for us as well. But we see this as a fantastic opportunity, and we see there is a lot of space to grow for every single and all of these products at the same time. So you can see some of the strategic objectives we have towards these products, also put in these brackets of different pillars that we talked about before. So starting from hyper-personalization, we want to make sure that at some point there is an A/B testing capability for you, that the integration with CDP is even better than it is right now, that you get access to the recommendations that are also part of Raptor offering, that we can put more customer lifetime value views into the CDP, more tailor-made views for you. And I will, of course, not go through all of these items here, but I'm showing you that to make clear that there is a lot of good ideas, and there is really high motivation and high ambition level when it comes to these products. Go to market, it's more towards the team. We want to make sure that the integration we build is top notch, that you cannot find a better one out there on the market. We also look towards expanding the XP a little bit. We want to make it even easier for you to handle multi-languages, multi-site, multi-regions, multi-markets, you name it. There is AI. There is a lot of AI coming. There is a lot of AI in the products right now, but we are not stopping here. We will go for image suggestion when it comes to the content. But also a bit more e-commerce oriented. We work on a couple of exciting topics. I will flag some of them a bit more later on, such as channels or the dashboards. On the MarTech cohesive marketing platform, there is also a bunch of things. We focus a lot on the aspect of the SSO, so you can move smoothly between all of these products without the trouble of relogging and stuff. But also the collaboration aspect, making sure that the editorial teams can really collaborate in real life when they create products, when they create content, when they update stuff on the website. They should be able to do that as a team. Moving forward, just to emphasize that the progress comes not only to the DXP, but comes to all the products. So it comes to Ibexa, it comes to Quable, it comes to Raptor. You can see 3 columns here, short-term things we plan to have, mid-term, long-term. This short-term, since this slide is from our summit in January, so a few weeks back, I can tell you that some of these things are already done, and some of them are really advanced in terms of development. And again, you can see we are looking at a couple of exciting topics, SSO mentioned before, but also recommendations, additional REST APIs on the DXP side, and also tighter integration between PIM and the DXP. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of good stuff, and we will keep you posted about these improvements moving forward. Now, slightly different look at the same roadmap again. You can see different columns in terms of timing and when we want to deliver certain things. But you can also see a split in terms what comes to the products, what comes to the integration layer, the premium integrations we deliver. And also at the very bottom, you can also see the aspect of product enablement. I will spend a bit of time on about that at the end. So you can, if you have a look at this from this perspective, you can also see that we try to distribute our efforts equally across different products. You can see a bunch of things coming to the CDP, to Raptor. Again, recommendations, audiences, and more APIs when it comes to this aspect, but also CLVs. Those are quite exciting, quite complicated, but quite powerful for you as a user as well. For Quable, metrics in the dashboards, we are also looking at the calculated attributes, quality score, cool features that I'm sure every single product manager, person using PIM would like to see. And then of course there comes stuff in the DXP itself. But the mid layer, the integrations, this is where we also put a lot of effort. At least we plan to put a lot of effort for the next couple of months. You can see that we are increasing integration layer or quality of this integration between the DXP and CDP, but also PIM, and on top of that, the SSO. Now, looking at some cherry-picked examples from this roadmap, I wanted to highlight for different reasons, starting from the hyper-personalization, starting from how you can differentiate on the market. One I like to highlight because it's coming very soon. We plan this for short term, just in 6 months. You will see recommendation strategies for the DXP commerce. You will see that we will be able to deliver personalized recommendation for every single step. You will see that we can deliver scenarios based on what the previous or similar customers have seen, what they bought. We will also deliver shopping assistant, so you can start recommending right products to right people almost instantly. Another one, a bit longer, it's to fill the gap we might have on the e-commerce side a little bit. This one is for multiple shopping lists. Probably a bit less exciting, but very useful, especially for B2B type of clients, where you can create shopping lists on the one hand side and get them approved, then get them processed by somebody else. So this is one on our list, which is also coming in the next releases. Now the mid part of the value prop, go-to-market accelerator, and here I will actually start from something that is coming long term. But I find this very important and quite interesting to go through. So for those of you who know Ibexa pretty well, you know the concept of site access and you know the power behind that. So you know what you can do in terms of multi-language, multi-site, multi-region, multi-market, multi-shop, you name the multi. And we know that's quite a lot sometimes to digest for the end users. Like the complexity, we embrace it, you embrace it as partners, but sometimes for clients, these things get a bit complicated. So we want to introduce a concept of channels and markets. So an additional layer for organizing these multi-aspects. What does it mean? You would be able to configure and organize and orchestrate the configuration for your channels in one place. That means languages, attributes, categories, workflows, notifications, and so on and so forth. So they should be similar for similar markets. Then you can also look at this from more like organization aspect for your content, for your marketing actions. So you should be able to define catalogs, attributes, discounts, and marketing content for the specific market and launch them when this is the right time. And essentially, also for the users of the platform, this should be reflected there as well. If you are a marketing manager for the US, you should be able to have aggregated data about the performances of this specific aspect of your online presence. So this is coming a little bit more long term, but definitely exciting. And on top of that, as said, commerce dashboards are coming soon. Not that soon, but are coming soon. Soon enough, with all the data you might expect to see in the e-commerce dashboards, such as orders over time, average sales value, top buyers, and other KPIs. Quite important for everyone running e-commerce. Now, something interesting coming to Quable. I like to mention this is calculated attributes. Quite a powerful thing if you spend a minute trying to understand what is that. So. Of course, for many products, especially if you have hundreds or thousands of them, filling up specific attribute might be an effort. Obviously, you could automate it in different ways, but there is also a concept of these attributes that you would let system calculate for you. So you can basically build formulas like you would do in Excel, and let PIM calculate this for you. What is good for what is pretty cool in this kind of capability is also the fact that these values would be updated automatically. So you can, let's say, aggregate 2 or 3 different attributes to get the value here, but when you change one of them, this value will be also recalculated. So that's quite powerful, especially for these more complex product offerings. We are also working quite heavily on discounts capability. Is almost ready, almost there. We are releasing this in a couple of weeks. This is part of the DXP itself, where you will be able to set up different discounting rules for your products based on shipping, based on the volume. You will also be able to use coupons. So quite a machinery when it comes to discounting at the DXP level. And just a few interesting features on the marketing platform side. One, Bertrand already mentioned this before, but I love this one so much, so I had to pull it in. Collaboration in Page Builder. We already have collaboration that we introduce right now for the regular editor, but there is also second layer to that coming to Page Builder. So just imagine you will have 2-3 colleagues working on one landing page together, dragging and dropping blocks, doing stuff. That's a real collaboration we want to have. And to be frank, we already have it working. We have a little POC, but it's we want to make sure that this is flying for everyone and all the use cases. So it's gonna take a bit more time to be ready for you, but it's quite exciting one moving forward. On top, we also love our Page Builder. It's with us for quite some years now. It does the job perfectly well. But we also hear that there could be some space for improvement when it comes to layouts, and we want to explore this path just to give the editors a bit more flexibility in terms of shaping up these websites and these pages as they create them. Time is flying, but I want to mention one thing where we were perhaps lagging behind for some time, which is about the in-product enablement. These products are growing so quickly. We are adding a lot of good, cool stuff into them. But we also understand that for some users that might be sometimes a bit complicated to find their way through that. And therefore we are introducing this interactive integrated help walkthrough. So they will be guided through the interfaces. They will be guided through these new features. We can show them how to use them. We can show them how to take 100% value out of this. And with that, getting back to those 3 pillars, let's not forget it's why we do that, and this is driving the process moving forward. But also on top of this, there is one little announcement, maybe not that little, but we decided that the CDP should be there for everyone. And what does it really mean? It means that from now on, we will bundle together the DXP licensing with the CDP licensing. So basically, every single tier of Ibexa DXP will also be coming with the CDP included. So you all can start benefiting fully from these solutions for all the new contracts. I see the time is flying, so maybe we have 5 minutes for some Q&As.
We have a lot of excitement about the channels and markets piece that you talked about. I know it's more long-term, but how do we see that kind of rolling out over time? Could you address that a little bit?
I mean, and maybe see the questions myself directly. Oh, sorry.
But also,
Yeah.
what I'd love to do for the last 5 minutes too is also if you wanted to show a little bit of the product as well. We can have the Q&A. We'll have a kind of an FAQ tied into the recording of this as well. But we did have a question also about what you talked about with CDP. Is it for new contracts only? Is it existing contracts? How will that work with CDP?
Yeah, so let me maybe answer this one quickly first. We are bundling up CDP for all the new contracts moving forward. For the older contracts, obviously, you can still benefit from this product. You can leverage this product, but that basically means an upsell, a specific contract change to get access to these products. But for moving on, we will bundle these together.
Yeah. Okay. If there's something you wanted to show, Kamil, in the last couple of minutes too, that would be great.
Yeah, I have my 30 seconds little demo where I try to get together all 3 products, and it's gonna be right on your screen in a second. Hopefully you can see that. So long story short, how do we leverage CDP, PIM, and DXP in one go? Well, first of all, we can use CDP to find out specific personas, specific interests, specific whatever, and then use that information to show the right product and the product coming from PIM, obviously. So here I have a little example how we have crafted a new audience. We are looking at all the people that are interested in cosmetics and skincare. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, we say we would like to get all the people that have preferences about clean and beauty, and they are older than 25 years. But on top of that, we also want to find all of them that have viewed the product at least 3 times within the beginning of our interaction with them, and where the content equals to specific brand or specific product, and so on and so forth. So we can build these kind of conditionals for getting specific profiles. And you can see that it's taking my full audience of almost 60K population, and based on these conditionals, finding out 3K of specific profiles that would be matching these criteria. So once I have these criteria, I can start using these segments on the DXP side, and I can see the segments that I'm pulling in from the CDP, and eventually I can also activate them. So what I can do here, I can quickly set up the platform to show something on the website based on these preferences of that specific person. Let's say that I want to show this little piece of content to all the personas all the visitors that don't belong to any specific segment. But then on this website, we have pharmaceutical website for pharmaceutical company, and say I have different doctors. So I identified that they are different types of doctors, so to say. Let's say immunologists. And for them, instead of showing a piece of content, I would like to show them a specific product. And for immunologists, perhaps this set of vitamins could be an interesting one. And these products I'm using here are coming also from PIM. Then let's say for my dermatologist, I want to have a different type of product to be present. Let's say maybe this kind of a face cream could be something of interest to them. And eventually there is maybe a different group, and that could be GP. And for GPs, instead of showing them content or instead of showing them the product, I would actually like to show them a form, because maybe I want to collect some information from this specific group. So as soon as I submit that, I can also preview how things will look like for these specific groups. And a good example could be here when I'm previewing this. As my immunologist, I see my vitamins. If I do that as a dermatologist, I see my face cream, and so on and so forth. So that's a 30 seconds demo of how these things could work out for you and your clients together at the end.
Amazing. Thank you, Kamil. I know we're pressed for time. We pushed a lot of things in a short period of time, but I'm glad we were able to present all of this. Thank you all for joining. And as you know, reach out to me with any questions, comments, if we want to dive deeper into any of the things we discussed. As you know, we're happy to set that up. Kamil, my right-hand person here from North America, very much appreciate, but hopefully it gave you a better picture as well in terms of where Ibexa is today in quantum for that part, and then kind of where we're going. So thank you all for joining again, and you'll be getting a link to the recording very soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mathieu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.